All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Luna, are you already begging to get out of this room? Go ahead. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Kaylin, Jen, Evie, Unemi, Leslie, Kaylin. Who else has joined on in? Hello, Ella. Hi, Annie, Medi, Thea, Marisa. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Halloween weekend. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning / afternoon / evening, depending where in the world you are. Happy Sunday to any of my New Zealand, Australia folks who might be up at like 5 a.m. right now. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Rory. Marisa said, I'm heading to dinner in a minute. I'll be back in around 2 hours. Right. Well, you know me with these monthly Plan With Me streams, I will definitely still be going in 2 hours. So I'm excited that we'll have you back once you're done with dinner. Hey, Guard Tunes. Hi, Jen. Hey, Des. Welcome, everybody. Such a pleasure to see all of your friendly faces here today. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend, enjoying the Halloween festivities. And today I'm going to be setting up my November bullet journal spreads with you guys. So this is extra exciting because I'm going to be starting a brand new journal. Oops, let me turn off the autofocus here. I am starting a brand new journal for November. This is a journal from Sassy Pigeon HQ, aka my lovely patron Beck. I will actually send a link to Beck's Etsy shop for you guys in case any of you are interested in checking out the stickers and journals that Beck has available in her shop. And let's see here. Here we go. And it looks like this whale notebook is still available. So here is the link. Beck is a longtime supporter of mine and has more recently started selling her own stickers and journals. So always trying to support and spread the word about her shop when I can. So today I'm going to be starting my brand new journal for November. And I'm going to be setting up my November spreads with you guys using the Forest Friends sticker collection. This collection is available in my shop, and I've been planning on using this collection sometime in like this cold season. I have a different plan for what I'm going to use for December. So this I thought would be a perfect November theme, starting to get into like the cozy winter vibes in my journal. And I'm very excited. Leslie said, will you be doing a pen test? You know, I didn't even think about doing a pen test, but I typically swatch out my different colors and pens and stuff in the back of my journals. So I'll be sure to test out each material that I use back here before I use it. But I don't think I should have any sort of issue with ghosting or bleeding in this journal, as it is a pretty heavy paperweight. For example, here is with my Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip brush pen. All right, so I have a vague plan of what I'm going to be doing for this setup, but I'm going to be just kind of winging most of it with you guys in real time. I love doing these monthly Plan With Me's as live streams because it means I can use the poll functions to get an idea from of what you guys are wanting to see and basically help you guys can help me make decisions throughout this setup. So I'm going to be using those polls throughout this plan with me so you guys can help me plan my November setup. And I'm also going to be sure to leave about 4 or 5 spreads empty at the start of my journal, as I will be doing a migration setup into this journal with my future log and other important things I need at the start. That's going to be an edited video that will come out probably in the next month or so. But until then, I want to jump in and get November set up. So I am just going to leave, again, 5 spreads blank at the beginning. And that way we can just jump right in to setting up November, and we'll still have those blank spreads for my migration setup. So I'm just going to see if there's anything about the lighting that I can fine tune real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get started. This lighting setup is still something I'm trying to figure out here. Okay, I think it was good. Good right here. All right. Ella said, I would love to see a Dutch door, please. I can definitely do a Dutch door as part of this setup. So the first thing I'm going to be setting up is my cover spread. Now, for those of you who watched my October plan with me, I'll do a little recap of that setup so I can show you guys what I did for October. So that way you guys kind of know why I'm making the decisions I'm making as I set up November. So October, I did a Halloween pumpkin theme. Absolutely love how these spreads ended up turning out. And this full live stream setup is available on my channel in case you guys missed it. So this was a big thing that I did differently for October, and that was doing a list style monthly log instead of a calendar. And I had that separated into these different categories for events, to-dos, bills, and then this is my partner Jake's class schedule, and this is our housemate's work schedule. So I loved this setup. I think I'm going to basically be recreating the same layout for my November monthly overview. I absolutely love how this ended up turning out. I found it to actually be a lot more functional than my typical calendar setup. Here's an example of, one of my more typical calendars. So I'm definitely going to be doing this again. For October, I also minimized the amount of monthly spreads I did, and I instead pre-set up my weekly spreads before the month started. And that also worked really well for me. So I ended up basically just having a brain dump notes section, and then I just jumped right into my weekly dashboards here. So I'm not sure that I don't think I'm going to set up all of October ahead of time or November ahead of time. I think I am just going to maybe pre-set up like 1 or 2 weekly dashboards and then leave the rest to set up in real time as the month goes on. But I did a bunch of different setups for these weeklies just to kind of get an idea of what I was liking from each setup, trying a lot of different things. So I'm excited to carry all of this knowledge forward into my November setup, knowing what I liked and didn't like from October. So this is my completed journal here. This lasted me June through October. So I'll definitely do a flip through video of this journal shortly. But for now, let's close this journal up, set it to the side, and get started on my November setup in my brand new bullet journal. Okay, so I want to keep, actually, I just realized I forgot some of my stickers upstairs. So hold tight for a second, grab a beverage, grab a snack, get cozy. I'll be back in just a second with the rest of my stickers that I left upstairs. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I have the rest of my collection here. So I'm going to be using the Forest Friends monthly kit, the Forest Friends decorative sheet, the matching monthly kit add-on sheet, and I have this freebie sheet, which is my typical collection. I then also got a couple extra sheets, these are from my campfire collection. I have these pine trees and forest trees, and I thought that these would go perfectly with this theme. So I'm pairing these older stickers along with this newer Forest Friends collection for this setup, and I'm very excited. I'm also going to be trying to keep things pretty simple for this setup. I don't think I'm not going to be using watercolor for the sake of keeping the setup as like easy and free flowing as possible. And is there anything else that I had, any other intentions I had for this setup? Hello, Rabarella. Hope I didn't miss much. Still recovering from the Rona pretty much this week, but I'm thinking of doing Forest Friends for December or January, and Neon City will be my November theme. I love that. Such a good theme combination, Roberella. And you did not miss much at all. Just me talking, basically. Haven't gotten started quite yet. So there is one more thing I want to check. All right, so I have this big box of scrapbook paper. This is an old find from Jake at Goodwill, just like a $5 giant box of scrapbooking supplies. Let me get my scissors. But so I want to just take a peek through here to see if there's any scrapbook paper that I think would go well with this collection. I feel like there are. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there's actually like some plaid or gingham in here, but I'm just gonna look through this stash really quick, keep my stickers out here so I can see the color scheme, and really quickly see if there's anything in here that matches. Okay, this is a good, here, this is a good one. You can see with this theme, I did like plaid as sort of a running motif throughout. So I'm really looking for anything that matches that vibe. And this will just take me a couple minutes to look through and pick out any scrapbook paper that I want to use. If you guys have been keeping up with my setups in the last couple years, I've really fallen in love with using scrapbook paper in my journal. It's such an easy way to get these really bold backgrounds that, I wouldn't really be able to achieve otherwise. Ella said, no wonder you have so many plant stickers. Love your plant babies. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do have here. Let me give you a little bit of a better view at the planty setup. So we got my big boy Monstera right up here. Bunch of plants over on this shelf, and then we got some down here as well. There's also some like in this corner you can't really see, but these are my planty babies. Hey, Jackie, welcome in. Welcome to everybody who's here, by the way. Don't forget to change over from top chat to live chat so you're not missing out on any of the conversation today. And there's 50 of you here. Welcome, everybody. And I love doing these live Plan With Me's. I know some people really miss the edited Plan With Me videos, and I do plan on getting back to those eventually, but life has been like crazy, hectic, and busy the last couple years, but especially this last year. And I found that these live streams are just a much more like feasible way for me to get my Plan With Me out there every month without you guys having to wait ages for me to find time to edit a video. So I'm so happy to have you all here. I'm glad that you enjoy the live streams. And my monthly Plan With Me live streams typically go for around 4 or 5 hours, just depending on my setup. So that is approximately how long we'll be going today. Okay, I don't think I have much else. I do like this scrapbook paper. It kind of looks like kind of woodsy, like wood almost. So I like that. And let me just take one last peek through here and see if there is anything else that catches my eye. I feel like we're probably pretty much set. All right. So I think I like both of these. Hey, Pamela, welcome. Jackie said, I would love to start my own sticker shop, so I'm working on my first sheet while watching this stream. That is so exciting, Jackie. Congratulations on taking the first steps towards starting your own sticker shop. What type of sticker sheet are you creating right now? Very interested. Definitely let me know. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we are ready. So for this cover spread, I was thinking of doing some pine trees and then maybe like this little stump with the bird and the butterfly on it with a header above. I feel like that would be really fun. So the other thing I'm definitely going to use throughout this setup are my stamps, which I have right over here. So what I might do here is actually stamp out my November header first and then start laying in everything else around that. Let me get my supply cart over here. Grab these big stamps and my ink pad. So let's see, how many letters are in November? November. 8. So we're going to have Nove on this side and MBER on this side. So I have this big plastic thing here full of stamps. Apologies if the unorganization of these stamps stresses you out, but I just find it really hard to keep these stamps like in their block, and it's usually not too difficult for me to dig through here and find what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the letters that I need for November, and I think I'm going to do all capital. So I already have OER. Oh, here's a V. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Lucky Plan said, every time I watch this, I want to do bullet journaling again, but the 1.5 inch no white space is just so much more my planning style. You know, that is so, so valid. I feel like if, something about bullet journaling, like watching bullet journaling makes you want to really do it again, maybe there's pieces of that you can bring into your other planner that's been working for you. November. Okay, perfect. So these are stamps that you can connect together. So November. So I just need an N and a B, and then I'm good to go. N and B. Here's a B. All right, now I just need an N. Stick in here. Where are you, N? I know you're around here somewhere. Ah, found it. All right. We got our full November. Let me attach those all together. Oops. All right, there we go. November. And might as well get 2022 out of here as well. Here's my 2, and where is my O? This will work. Okay. Put all of these back in here. All right. So I think what would be cool is maybe to do a little layered scrap paper look. So what I'm going to do first is stamp in my November header on my scrapbook paper here. I'm going to do it on my flat table. Kaylin's setting up her journal, doing a tree theme. What themes are everybody using for November? If you are bullet journaling or do some sort of themed planning system, let me know. I'm so curious. November, I feel like, is a really fun month to choose a theme for. It's like the start of winter, but I feel like you still have a lot of freedom to kind of do whatever theme you want in November. I guess for other people out in the world, it's like spring right now, like my Australians and New Zealanders. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp in this November header. When I'm using these connectable stamps like this, it's important to push down on each letter individually to get the best stamp. Let's see how I did. Oh. Let's see. I feel like we can do better. Kind of missed the bottom. So I'm going to re-ink it. Let's give this another try. Need to push on the bottom more. All right, I feel like this is going to be good. Beautiful. All right, November. And I'm going to leave 2022 out of it for now. Or do I want to do 2022 on the bottom? I feel like that might actually be nice to do with my brush pen here. Like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and rip this out. So let's see. I'll use my scissors first to cut away a little bit. Like that. And now I'm going to rippy. I like to rip in the direction that gives me the white torn edge, which is like ripping towards me. Okay, like that. Beautiful. And now I want to put that on top of this brown paper because I just feel like that contrast looks very nice. Oh, is that retracted message Instagram not letting you promote your, or YouTube not letting you promote your Instagram handle in the chat? Very interesting. Lucky Plans Co. Maybe if you do it without the @ maybe then it'll let you send that through. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is, because I feel like this would look really nice on top here. Yeah, so I think I am just going to cut out a rectangle from this brown paper here. Let's see, where is my pencil? Pencil, where are you? All right, stealing my housemate's pencil. Okay, so let's see. I think I want this to be like this. So that will go up to here. Jackie said, I recently stopped bullet journaling and started life journaling. It's better to combine with real life, and I think every spread is meaningful. This is because in the past, I've had whole weekly spreads set up and never used them. That's amazing, Jackie. I'm so happy that you found a way to edit your system to work better for you. That really is the magic of bullet journaling, is that it is so free flowing that there is no one right way to do it. Okay, 6. And I love hearing about people switching things up from classic bullet journaling to make it work specifically for them. So congratulations on finding something that mixes with your life a lot better. Okay. So I am cutting a rectangle like this. Oops. I love seeing what everybody's using for their November themes. I see a lot of my sticker kits showing up on the list. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this big rectangle here. Does anybody have any fun Halloween plans? / what are you guys dressing up as for Halloween? I know not everybody celebrates Halloween. I think it was during my last plan with me, I did a poll to see who celebrates. And I was really surprised to see how many people do not celebrate Halloween. Okay, so I'm thinking something like this. I'm going to fold this in half so I can cut it in half to fit across my seam here. Oops, I totally did not fold that properly. Let's try this again. All right, got a little mangled there, but close enough. All right, so like that and like that. So I'm going to go ahead and paste these in. I got my tape roller here, my trusty tape roller. That usually ends up with lots of cat hair on it. Luna, did somebody just let you in here? Come here, Luna. Everybody wants to see you. Hey, Jess, welcome. Oh man, so happy to have you here. I know it's early as heck where you are. Isn't it like 5 or 6 a.m. or something like that? But I'm so glad that we can help to chill you out after hearing some scary noises. It's just the worst. Come here, Luna. Luna, come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Let's do a little Luna break. No, Luna, no. You have to stay here. You have to stay here with me. Say hello to everyone. Every live stream always has to have at least 2 Luna breaks. Huh, are you so big? Are you such a big girl? Put me down, Mom. Luna is such a freaking loaf. Are you big loaf? Welcome to everybody else joining in, by the way. I will get back to my setup after just a few more seconds of Luna loving. Are you reaching out? Are you reaching your arm out? Hey, Holly, welcome in. So happy to see you today. Don't forget to change over from top chat to live chat so you're not missing out on any of the conversation. Luna, you're being funny. You're being real funny. Are you done? You done with me now? Yeah, you done with me now? Thank you for the drink reminder, by the way, Pamela. Hydration is so important. And I have a water as my beverage today. So cheers, everybody. All right, Luna, you want me to let you down or do you want to keep planning with me? I'm about to stick this down. You want to stick it down for me? No, she wants out. She wants out of here. Oh, okay. Or she wants to just go on top of my desk and step on everything. Okay, Luna, you are a freaking wrecking ball. All right, and Luna has decided to lie down on the desk with me. So we'll have some Luna tail flicking in and out for a little while. Oh, Luna, are you hanging out with me? Are we hanging out? She really is just sprawled out. I know we need to manifest Aaron in here again for the trifecta. Shalon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay this in. Are you knocking stuff off my desk already, Luna? Right, like that. Are you sprawled out here? Hey, Allison, welcome. So happy to see you here. Oops. Oh, I am out of this tape roller. Okay, I think I should still have at least one tape roller left in my stash. Yes. Oh, no, that's white out. Let's see here. Am I out of tape rollers? That would be such a sad development. Okay, I cannot find my other tape roller, but I do have some double-sided tape here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that to finish things off here. Don't mind all of the cat hair that's on this piece of double-sided tape. You know, can't avoid cat hair when you got a cat in the house. And we now have 2 cats in the house too, because we have our housemate's cat as well. So there is just cat hair everywhere. Cannot avoid it. All right. Holly is having a hard time choosing her November theme and was wondering if we could all help her decide. I love that idea, Holly. I remember we did that last month for you as well. And I love giving you guys a chance if there's any bullet journal decisions you're having a hard time making. I'm always happy to do a little poll for you guys. So let's help Holly choose her theme here. What theme should Holly do for November? Let's see. The options are Desert Friends, Good News, which is a newspaper typewriter theme. These are all themes that are in my sticker shop. Scrapbook, and the Blue Cherry Blossoms. All right. We got 67 people here. So there's a poll at the top if you want to help Holly choose her theme for November. Hey, Monica, good morning. I'm so happy that we have our Australia, New Zealand folks entering. Okay, so now I'm going to do my November header. Luna, are you on top of my phone? Luna is right here, by the way. This is her chonky butt right here, right next to me. Okay, so there's a few different ways I can go about this part. So one is I could do this in the center. I was wanting to do my forest trees. I think I'm going to do those kind of a little farther back and then again do this big stump in the middle. But maybe I'll do November on this side and then a quote on this side. And a quote in white gel pen would end up looking really good here. So maybe I'll do that. Let me make this November header a little more narrow. Woo, Allison is theme twinning with me. Heck yes. I love when I know people are doing the same theme as me. All right, I'm going to lay in my trees. First, I'm laying one in the center by folding the sticker in half, cutting it like that. And then, let's see. I'm going to have this kind of be like right in front here. So I think I just want this to be a little up from that bottom edge. Yeah, my one of my customers, Mia, who's Bullet Journal Mia on Instagram, has been using the Forest Friends theme for October, and it made me really excited to use it because I really love how her spreads turned out. I haven't used this sticker collection at all yet. This is like going to be my first time using it. So I love getting a chance to see other people use the theme before I do, and it like gets me really pumped up to use it. Bullet Journal Mia has a really great Instagram if any of you guys are wanting, like, specifically looking at how to, like, different spread ideas using my stickers. She also uses a lot of Erin's stickers as well. So boundless inspiration over there. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Okay, so I'm going to put this stump right in the front here. Kind of set a little farther down so it looks like it's in front of everything else. Like that. Jen said, I treated myself to a set of washi tapes from Michaels. Amazing. That actually reminds me, I have washi tapes here that have been sent to me by a couple of my patrons, and I keep forgetting about them because I don't use washi tape very often. So I should actually look to see if any of these might match this theme. There's a lot of green ones, so these will all match. I love this with the gold foil on there. This is also an older washi tape from Hello Wildflower that's birch trees, which is gorgeous. I'm not sure how sticky this still is, but that would also work for this theme. All right, I'll keep some of those out. Oh, this one's almost like plaid. All right, I'll keep those out so I don't forget about them. And now let's go ahead. I'm going to stick in my November header here. And then I think what I'll do is probably stick in a couple of these butterflies floating around. And then I'll do a little quote over here. Have I listened to Taylor Swift's new album? I have. And I like it. I wouldn't say I'm not a full Swiftie, but I do really like Taylor Swift. Definitely like more so, like I haven't kept up with her newer albums as much. But not really for any particular reason. But I do really like her music. I think she's incredibly talented. And a fun fact is Jake and mine's first dance song at our wedding was Lover by Taylor Swift. And that was Jake's choice. Jake is pretty much a Swiftie. Jake really, it's not even so much that he like really likes her music that much. Jake just really respects Taylor Swift as an artist. He's always very impressed by her. All right, so let's stick this in right here. November 2022. All right, does anybody have any quote suggestions for this setup? Okay, Holly said, could we use a quote from Anti-Hero? Let me see if any of those lyrics resonate with me for this setup. I'm reading through them right now. I don't think any of these lyrics are resonating with me, at least not for this setup here. Oh, and also I can end the poll, and Holly, the Good News Collection, is the winner of the poll by a landslide. It's got almost 50% of the votes. So if you want to go by the poll's decision, then your November theme will be the Good News Collection. Okay. I want a quote about the forest. Quote about the forest. And I think I'm going to use my white gel pen for this. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees by Henry David Thoreau. I like that one. Thank you, Randy. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this setup. Welcome to all of you, by the way. I see we got 73 people in the chat now. I think it's so cute, too, that Luna is over here just chilling on the table with me. It's kind of like the good old days when she was a little kitten and would hang out on the desk with me. Okay, we got some other suggestions here. Robert Frost, whose woods these are, I think I know. Whose woods these are. Okay, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep. This poem has some really great quotes. It sounds a little more ominous than I want. I think I'm going to do this one. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. So I'm going to grab my 08 Jelly Roll white gel pen. Yeah, Luna, are you just melting farther and farther over here? Are you just melting over here? Ooh, I have not tried using bacon grease to pop popcorn for added flavor, but that sounds incredible. Holly said, I could use newspaper stories in my journal. Yes, the good news theme is so fun to use, Holly. I'm really excited for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this quote here. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. And I am just winging it. No sketch or anything. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I also probably should have tested to make sure the white gel pen actually will stay on this scrapbook paper. So before I do the whole quote, I'm going to do a little test here. Going to let it dry a little bit. Hola, mis amigos. That's that IB Spanish coming in. Hey, Anthony. Welcome. Always a pleasure to see you pop into the live streams. We got a big Luna butt here hanging out with us. And Luna, where's my phone? Are you on top of it? Because I kind of need that. Oh, no, my phone is right here. What am I talking about? All right, that white gel pen, I let it dry a little bit as a test and then just kind of rubbed at it to make sure it doesn't just smear away. And it is looking good. So we can continue with our quote. Luna, are you aggressively cleaning yourself now? What white gel pen do I use? I use the Jelly Roll white gel pen by the brand Sakura, and it's the size 08. The size really matters for white gel pens. The smaller ones don't tend to work very well because the ink is like too thick. It kind of jams up the tip when you're using the smaller ones. So I recommend going for larger sizes when it comes to the white gel pens. So for example, this is the 08, which works really well. And this is the 05. And I find that this one is a little too small to work really nicely. So I really like the 08. Where did I get the connectable stamps? I can send the connectable stamps are by a brand called Contact Crafts. You can find them on Amazon. Um, let me They're called Pegs, Pegz. So I can send you a link to some of them here. All right, here's a link to a list of some of those. Oh, actually, there we go. There's a link to those stamps. There's different sizes, so that's a link to a bunch of the different options. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. Yeah, this is Luna. I think it's so sweet that she's hanging out with me. Oh, you can even see her head right here. She's cleaning herself like crazy. So that's why her head is doing that. Let me actually face the camera down more. You guys can see her cleaning herself. I'll cut off some of me so that we can see Luna in the camera view right here. And you can see she continues to melt more and more onto my journal. Thank you, Des. It's been a long time since Luna has hung out on my desk like this. Jake sometimes plays video games at the computer that's right in front of me, and Luna sometimes hangs out on the desk with him. So I think that's where she's getting it from. Came out. This white gel pen is looking great on this scrapbook paper. Okay, Luna. Is this necessary? Are you licking your butt right now on my bullet journal? Luna always cleans herself when she's really happy and comfortable and snuggly. So I love that she is cleaning herself right now. Hey, Steph, welcome in. Welcome to everybody else joining on Min, by the way. Thank you for being here during these streams, Holly. I always really appreciate having you in the chat, and I'm always just really happy to hear that my Luna, are you pressing buttons on here? That my streams can help you to distract from and manage the pain that you experience. And yeah, just really grateful to have you here in our community, Holly. Okay, we got our little quote in there, looking cute. So I am now going to stick in some of these butterflies flying around. And Luna, you're gonna make me have to scoot over a little bit here. Let's see. There we go. A little bit out of her way. Let's see. Actually, gonna put this one here, and this one can go right here. Order catch up is going good, Des. No worries on asking. I have an update on like my FAQ and contact page on my website that's pretty up to date, but I'm currently working on my orders from the end of July. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with me or aren't sure about like my current status with my shop and my shop orders, we ended up moving in in September. And long story short, moving caused like a whole mess of delays and technical malfunctions. So I ended up getting really far behind in my shop order queue. So I've just been working on catching up on that since we got settled and moved in. And I'm making steady progress on those. So I'm hoping to be basically caught up and back on track by the end of November with Patreon rewards and shop orders. But we've just been making slow and steady progress on those and chugging away. And if anybody is ever wanting, a more specific update about your specific order, you're always welcome to send a contact request through my website. Luna, girl, I need you to scoot your butt like just slightly. Thank you. Thank you. That was very, very kind of you, ma'am. Okay, this is looking so cute. So cute and simple. I'm trying to think if I want to do anything else, or if I just want to leave it like this. The only thing I can think of is potentially kind of doing, like with the white gel pen, some little swirls coming from my butterflies. And now that I'm saying that, I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to do one coming from here. This is just going to kind of fill up some of this empty space I have left. Tie that white gel pen into everything even more. Just provide a little extra visual interest. Like that. The little kitty toes. Steph said, I'm also lurking while I work on November. So far behind my usual schedule, but October has been so busy. Okay, let's see. Do I want to do any other dotted line? I actually think maybe I'll just keep it simple with that one. The only other thing I could think about is, because like I don't really want one coming from this one or this one. I could add one more butterfly up here and have a little trail coming from it. Let's see. Maybe like no, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I like how clean and simple it looks. Okay. I think with that, that's it for this cover spread. I love how this turned out. I just used the scrap paper, my stamps, a white gel pen, and then my Forest Friends sticker sheet along with my Forest Trees sticker sheet. And I absolutely love how this turned out. I love this scrapbook combination we have going on. So, Luna, are your little toes in the way? Are you just really in the way? We love you, though. She's just going to town cleaning herself. What is/was the hardest thing about having your own shop? Jackie, it's definitely like since the beginning, the hardest thing for me has been keeping up with how many orders I receive. Um, it's just been like, I guess what it is the process of growing and having to like expand and grow your business to keep up with the demand. And that's the piece that mainly because of like personal emergencies and like financial emergencies has never been able to happen really. But it's the piece I'm hoping to improve on the most in the coming like 6 months. I really want to get to a place where we have a consistent employee to help with sticker cutting and order fulfillment because I'm just always behind. Like for years, I've been behind. And I would say that is by far the hardest part for me of having my shop and my business. All right, let's go ahead and turn the page and let's set up my November monthly overview. So I'm going to be doing a list style overview again. So let me get my pencil out and let's sketch some things out here. Luna. So how many days are in November? I think it's 30. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to need to make sure I have room for 30 days. So that will be that. I'm going to sketch out my spacing and all of that. All right, let me grab my Forest Friends monthly kit. And let's see, which header should I use for this first page here? I'm going to do a poll so you guys can decide. Which header should I use? Oh, I can only do 4 options. So I'm going to take this one out. I want to save this one for something else. I want to do at least one of these that's a little bit more illustrated. So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, or 5. All right. See you later, Holly. No worries on lurking. Go enjoy doing whatever it is you're up to. Thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate that. I've definitely gotten better at mentally handling just being behind all the time, in terms of like not burning myself out trying to catch up. Um, I that was a hard lesson for me to learn, and I really learned that lesson back in 2019 when I just completely burned out with life and work stuff combined. I got to a point where I was like debilitated, like I couldn't even think about working even just like for a minute because it would just like riddle me with anxiety and make me really freak out. Um, but I'm really happy to say that, like, throughout the years, I've gotten a lot better at balancing self-care with my work. And even when I am so behind on things, it's like I still can't run myself into the ground because in the long run, it's just going to make me be more behind because then I'm not going to be taking care of myself and then I'm not going to be able to put in consistent hours. So I've gotten really good at just putting in consistent, reasonable work days. Not, I make sure to take a couple of days off throughout the week, whether it's the weekend or a random weekday. Um, and yeah, it's definitely a balancing act. I think that anybody who runs a business, especially a small business where it's just them or maybe one other person, can understand that it's a fine, delicate balancing act. Um, but yeah, I'm always really happy to talk about that. Talk about the realities of like what can be difficult about starting a business and all of that. I love everybody's learning the tricks for knowing what days start with or have 30 or 31 days. Okay, the poll. So it's actually a direct tie between these two. So, oh, no, number 1 is winning. It looks like half of you have voted. There's still about 32 of you left to vote, and it's tied between these two right now. So if you want to go and vote in the poll that's at the top of the chat window, you guys can be responsible for choosing what header I'm going to do on this sheet here or on this page. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and draw out my calendar. Or not my calendar rather, but my monthly log, since this is going to be a list style. So I'm just going to draw out a big box. Actually, maybe not a box. Maybe I'll actually just do some horizontal lines. Okay, it looks like number 1 is the winner. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. Let's go ahead and stick this up here. Let's see, I'll probably stick it around here, and then I'll go in with my header next to it. Like that. Will I be doing a Christmas theme for December? You know, that is a really good question, and I am not sure yet. Oh, wait, that is such a lie. I know exactly what theme I'm using for December. For December, I'm using my Happy Mail theme. This is a theme I designed a couple months ago. It's not released yet, but it will be shipping out to my patrons very soon. But it is like a perfect December. It's like kind of a Christmas theme, but it could work as a non-Christmas theme as well. But yeah, it's like a Happy Mail theme, so with letters and packages. Yeah, Monica, you're like, you already decided this, Caleb. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing my Happy Mail theme, which, yeah, I guess I would consider that to be like a loosely a loose Christmas theme. It's not like overtly Christmas, but if you use it for December, I think it definitely comes across as a Christmas theme. Hey, Marisa, here is what we have done so far. My November cover spread with a quote that says, "I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees." All right. What do I want to do for this November header? Maybe I'll do the NO on this side and the rest are, or NOV. Okay, I'm going to separate my NO from the rest of my word. And I'm going to do the NO right here. Beautiful. And then Vember over here. November. All right, I'm going to use one of my number strips from this monthly kit add-on sheet here. I'll use this big green plaid one. And I'm also going to cut off 31, but I'm going to cut off the very bottom of the strip, and you'll see why in a sec. So that way when I cut off 31 and stick this in here, like this. Actually, let me scoot that over a little bit. Like this. I can then stick that little bottom piece in at the bottom here to give that rounded edge back to my number strip. Like that. Who's got November birthdays here? Who are November babies? I am a December, so I'm getting there. It's almost my birthday month. All right. So I'm going to do a little dividing line between each week. Oh, actually, you know what I really liked last month is I used a really light color to highlight every other line on here. And I thought that worked really, really well. So what I might do is maybe do the same thing, but with my light gray Stabilo highlighter. Fangirl of Plenty has a birthday on November 5th. That is coming up. That's in like 1 week. Happy early birthday. Luna, are you hiding my highlighter? So I think I'll use this highlighter. Do I want to use that? What else would go with this theme? Like a light brown. I have my Crayola markers right here. I'm going to look to see if I can find like a really light tan. Jess has a birthday on October 11th. Okay, Luna. Luna, I'm using this. I'm using this, honey. Freaking Luna. I'm going to have to move you. All right, that's pretty close. Okay, Luna, I really need you to move. I just need you to scoot your butt a little bit, okay? Is that okay if I just scoot your butt a little bit like that? There. Is that okay? Is it okay that mommy scoots your butt a little bit? She just really wants to be all over my stuff today. Okay, what do you guys think? Should I use gray or this light brown? I'm actually just like not sure if I want to do either of those. Let me do a line between my weeks like I was mentioning. And November starts on a Tuesday. So the 1st through the 6th. And then after the 13th. And then after the 20th, I always have everything starting on a Monday. Oh, Teresa and your boyfriend are both have November birthdays. Hey again, Bobby. We got lots of November babies. What's 9 months from November? February? I guess that's 10 months. Whenever there's like a lot of people that have birthdays in a particular month, I'm always trying to think back about when you were all conceived. I'm like, what holiday was going on? Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day. All right. So I'm going to have some different categories here. And I think I'll probably keep this pretty much the same as last month. So I need 2 at the end here for Jake and also my housemates' schedules. I plan a lot of my things around their schedules, so I really like having that here. So when I'm planning out different events throughout the month, I can plan it around when they're at work and school. So that will be there. And then I think I want one for bills, one for events, and one for tasks. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to keep it pretty much the same as before. So we'll have events here. This will be tasks. And then I guess this whole thing will be bills. All right, let's put in those lines. All right, like that. Oops. Let's see. I'm also still trying to think if there's any other light colors I could use. Ooh, this light green is nice. Does that go? It's kind of a slightly different green than what I got going on for the rest here. Let me see about this yellow. This really light blue might be nice. Ooh, I think I like that light blue. I like it when it's really light. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to just color in every other line with this light blue. Just makes it a little bit easier to read this, especially when you're getting down to the end here. Makes it easier to kind of follow the day across. I did this with last month with like a light purple Tombow. I definitely have blue in this color scheme, so I think this light blue will match, but I like how it's really, really light. It's very subtle. That. Hey, Nikki. Good luck on your campaign. What a great way to spend a Saturday playing some D&D. How many people are you playing with? And so far, Beck's journal, this new journal that I'm using from Sassy Pigeon HQ, is holding up wonderfully to all my supplies. Can't even tell a difference compared to my Archer and Olive notebooks. All right, there we go. Some subtle pastel lines. Now we need to do our headers along the top here. So I think I'll use maybe this brown. Yeah, let's do this brown. To just a line all the way across. Like that, and then I'll use my brush pen to label my sections. So this is going to be events. Tasks. Bills. And then this one will be for Jake's schedule, and this one will be for our housemate's schedule. Yes, let me send a link to Nikki's shop because I see some people wondering, since Monica said you're using Nikki's pastel witchy sheet. Nikki has a shop called Periwinkle and Onyx. And I can send the link right now. So wonderfully talented sticker maker. So here is a link to Nikki's shop. All right. So we're almost done with this very nice and simple monthly overview sheet. Only thing I want to do is add some extra bit of decoration to this side. Oh, I forgot I have these wood pieces here. Oh, do you know what I also just realized? I really want my Patreon only sheet from this collection. Okay, I'm going to run upstairs and I'm going to print my Patreon only sheet from this collection and start cutting it. And then I'll run back up later to grab it because I really want to use those stickers. So hold tight. Give me like 2 minutes to run upstairs for this and I will be right back, you guys. Back in a flash. All right. I am back. All right, I got that sheet cutting upstairs. Just catching up on the chat in here. All right, so now I, again, just need to figure out what I'm going to put over on this side. I feel like maybe a little squirrel would be cute. Like this. And then maybe he has a little butterfly friend. And then I'll do my lines coming from the butterfly, just like I did on the cover spread right here. Like that. Scoot my camera over a little bit to try to get away from Luna's butt. Let's see here. There we go. A little bit better. All right. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to add here, but I don't think so. I think that this is good for my November overview spread. So here is my cover spread, my November monthly log, list style again this month, separated into different categories. And I absolutely love this. So let's go ahead and turn the page. So I am going to do um, a couple more monthly pages than I did last month, but I'm not going to make it overkill or anything. One thing I want specifically is a page for keeping track of the media I consume throughout the month. I didn't have that this last month, and there's a lot of like good movies and music, and I've started listening to audiobooks again this month. So I think I want to have a page to keep track of that. And then I'll probably also have a little brain dump page next to that. And then I think another thing that I missed was having my live stream schedule. And I'm trying to think if I want to do anything else besides that. Maybe my bingo page. And that way I'll just have two more spreads of monthlies. I feel like that sounds like a good plan. Man, you guys talking about coffee really makes me want coffee. I tried to make coffee this morning and I saw that there was only like a teaspoon of coffee grounds left. So I just got water, boring water. Okay, so I'm going to use some scrapbook paper again for this for sure. Luckily, I have my double-sided tape. Looks like there's a little bit left. So hopefully I don't run out and I can use my scrapbook paper as desired. Okay, so this is going to be I think I'll make this my monthly media and my self-care bingo. And then I'll have my live stream schedule and my brain dump / notes page. Okay, so first things first, I am just going to measure the scrapbook paper to see how wide I need it to be. And cut that. Then, sorry, Luna, I'm going to have to steal this from you. Let's do the same thing over here. Let's see here. Anyone else having connection issues? Let me know if anybody else is having any connection issues. It looks like on my phone, I'm looking at it, and it looks fine to me. So that might just be something on your end, Monica. Okay, there we go. All right, so I got these 2 pieces of scrapbook paper here. So I think what I want is, where are you going, Luna? Let's see. I think I want like an opposite. Well, let me see. Okay, I feel like this looks good. So what I'm going to do is tear this across. Luna has decided to go to the door. Is it because it's exactly 1 hour until lunch? Luna has a really impressive internal clock, since we have one of the automatic feeders for her that feeds her at like the exact same time every day. It's truly clockwork how she knows when it's an hour away from feeding time. Okay, so I'm thinking something like this. Like that. And then with my headers on top. And what did I say this was going to be? Self-care bingo and my like monthly media. So maybe I'm just trying to think how I'm going to write my headers on top of these. Yes? Would you like to go out? Okay. Okay. Go ahead. All right, I'll figure that out after I paste these in. No, Marisa, I have not yet looked into the shop currency issue that you were talking about yesterday. If you actually want to shoot me an email, Marisa, just reminding me, at contact or at Kayla@planningwithkay.com. Same email you used yesterday to send me, I think, the weekly spread, if I remember correctly. Just shoot me an email reminding me to check in on that. And that will be very helpful for me so I don't forget. All right, using some double-sided tape that has lots of cat hair on it. Welcome back, Steph. So I am working on my next spread right now after finishing my November monthly overview and my cover spread. And this is going to be a page for keeping track of my monthly media and then my self-care bingo page. I am keeping my monthly spreads pretty minimal again this month, similar to last month, but I am going to have a couple more in here. Couple more than last month, just based on what I was kind of missing. So I'm starting off by using my scrapbook paper to put a background at the top of my spread. Just using some double-sided tape since I ran out of my glue tape roller. I could have sworn I had at least one more of those, but who knows? I do go through those pretty fast, so like that. Stick that in over on this side. Beautiful. And now I'm going to use two of these. Definitely this one. And on this side, I guess I'll probably just use this other one to match. Like that. Beautiful. All right, so now we need some headers. I could write the headers over these, but I think I might just do them underneath here because I just don't really want to cover these up. Ooh, maybe this would be a cool idea. Okay, I have a good idea. I have an idea for my headers here. I'm going to use more of my scrapbook paper. I'm sort of thinking of doing something like this, where I have the opposite scrapbook paper on the other side. And then I can write my header in on top of that. Let's see here. see. I want them to be the same size. So I'm thinking something like this and this. Cute. I love that. Hopefully I have enough double-sided tape. Same here. Did you get to visit with Oma while she was here? I did not, Shuri. Unfortunately, Oma was only down in LA visiting my parents and my brother who are down there. I was not able to make a trip down to see them. All right, this looks great. Let's do some headers here now. So for this one, I'm going to do it with white gel pen. And I'm going to call this my, let's see, probably like November media. Like that. And then over here, I'll use my black gel pen or brush pen, and this will be my self-care bingo. All right, that looks great. Now let's actually start to put in my different things here. So for my media, I think I'm going to use these flags, and I'm going to have movies, shows, music, and books. So let's get 4 categories in here. I'm just going to make these into, let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to make 4 horizontal sections. Okay, so I can do 3 or 6.5 spaces per section. Four, 5, 6.5. Okay, like that. Drawing these lines. like that. Now let's go ahead and put in some little flags here. Let's see, how are these going to fit in here? I guess more like this. Actually, no, what I'll do is just cut off a little bit from the top and then stick it right here. Perfect. How big were my doodle boxes for Halloween? You mean like the boxes that I did my little Halloween doodles inside of? Let me pull those up here. Each box here was, let's see, looks like this. Looks like we're each 7 spaces tall and 8 spaces wide. And for these pumpkins, something similar. So like approximately 7 by 7 or 7 by 8. Hey, Ruby, welcome in. So happy to see you here today. Oh, I also forgot that I wanted to show you guys my new sticker collection because I just finished it during a Patreon live stream we had yesterday. And I think this is my favorite sticker collection I've ever created, or at least it's up there. Let me show you guys real quick. There's also still 2 days left to join Patreon to receive this collection. This is going to make up October's sticker rewards. So every month I design a new sticker collection and I send those stickers to that month's patrons, $15 and up patrons. And then I post the digital stickers for those patrons as well. And I also release digital, like printable spreads for my lower Patreon tiers, like $1, $3, $5, $10. But here is the new collection. I kind of have to hold it at an angle because of my lights. But this is a vintage science inspired collection. And I'll just scroll through it with you guys really quick. This is sheet 1 of the monthly kit. Sheet 2 of the monthly kit. Very different style than normal. It's like meant to mimic those kind of old school scientific journals. So it's very sketchy. Really love how this ended up turning out. This is sheet 3 of the monthly kit. This is the decorative sheet, and these 2 sheets are all completely different illustrations, except for the DNA sequence here. And then this is the Patreon only sheet that gets sent to my $30 patrons, and they'll also receive the digital files of this. And this is the monthly kit add-on sheet. So that is the entire brand new vintage science collection. And again, you can join my Patreon anytime before the end of October to qualify for these themed rewards for the physical stickers. For all of the digital content, like the digital stickers I post to Patreon and the printables, you can join anytime and you'll gain access to all of the past content. So if you want to join for November to receive these digital stickers and digital printables, you can absolutely do that. The only deadline is for the physical sticker shipments, and the deadline is the end of October for that. But I wanted to, since I finished this collection yesterday, I wanted to quickly scroll through it with you guys in case anybody wants to join my Patreon before the end of the month. And I also designed almost all of this collection during my Patreon live streams. So those are available on Patreon to rewatch at any time. And you can see the design process of this sticker collection. Holly said, for future video suggestions, maybe do a rating video of your favorite sticker spreads or journal setups, like when Amanda Rachel Lee rated her favorite spreads. That's a great idea, Holly. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Good night, fangirl of plenty. See you on the replay. Okay, this is looking great. I'm trying to think what I want to do for my headers here. I guess I'll probably just use my gel pen. I could use my stamps, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and use my gel pen. And I'm going to have this be movies. Shows. Books. And music. Beautiful. All right, bingo. So we're going to do my bingo grid, which is going to be just a grid with 5 boxes by 5 boxes. It's going to be 12.5 centimeters tall by 12.5 centimeters wide. So let me just go ahead and sketch out that box. I have a self-bingo or a self-care bingo template on my Patreon as well that I posted last month, I want to say. So if anybody likes setting this up or likes this spread but doesn't like having to set this part up, you can use that template if you'd like to make things a little easier. All right, and now this way. Each box is going to be 5 spaces wide. All right, let's go ahead and draw that in. Hey, Kimberly, thank you so much. For those of you just joining on in, I'll do a quick recap of the spreads I've already set up, which is my cover spread and my November list style monthly log. Now I'm setting up media and self-care. I'm not going too overkill with the amount of monthly spreads I'm setting up this month, but I am doing a couple more than last month. Last month, I scaled it completely back and I only did my monthly log and a brain dump spread for any extra notes I might have throughout the month. And what was really nice about doing that is it made it really obvious to me which spreads I was missing, which is nice because then coming into this month, I can just do the ones that I was really missing and leave out the rest. Since life has been so hectic and so busy recently, I've really been trying to keep my journal simpler. more manageable. Try not to make it too overwhelming, because I've basically just been spending all of my time this month. When I'm live streaming, I was designing the new collection, and when I wasn't live streaming, I was basically just up in the sticker shop upstairs, cutting stickers and fulfilling orders. So I haven't found myself using my journal a ton. Like, I don't really use it too much throughout the day in this current phase. It's more just like a good check-in to see what's going on for the week, what kind of events and deadlines I have. That's been really working for me to keep it a little simpler than usual. And I find that that's often the case with my journal. I usually have to scale it back in different ways here and there. And then in the future, all of a sudden, it'll work super well for me again to have a really involved, heavy setup. It's similar to my long-term journal. I was just talking about this during my Patreon stream yesterday. But in 2021, I had a whole separate journal that I used for my long-term migration spreads, like my future log and collections and stuff like that. And that worked so well for me in 2021. Like, I didn't find having an extra journal overwhelming at all. I found it really easy to keep up with. And I set up something similar for 2022, and it completely did not work for me anymore. So that's just, it's the reason I love bullet journaling, is that you can adapt to things like that, like realizing that something isn't working for you anymore. You can just switch it up and try something different. And I really appreciate that about bullet journaling. Have I thought about my Black Friday sale yet? So the only thing I'm thinking about right now is that I need to get caught up on everything before I can start thinking about a Black Friday sale. I definitely do not want to do a huge sale if I still have a bunch of late orders in my queue. I don't need to get every single order shipped out before then, but I do need to catch up to my 8-week shipping time that I have listed. So let's see, what's 8 weeks back from Black Friday? So I basically need to have all orders from July and September shipped out to be on time. 8 weeks back from Black Friday is October 1st. So that means I'm on time as long as I have everything shipped out before like all orders placed before October 1st shipped out. So that's all I'm focusing on right now, is getting all orders from July and September shipped out before Black Friday. And then depending on how long that takes me, I'll then see how much time I have to prepare for my Black Friday sale. One thing I know is going to be involved in the Black Friday sale is going to be all of the new collections that I'm shipping out to my patrons in the next month. So that is a dragon themed collection. These are all collections I've already designed. They're just not available yet. But yeah, it's the dragon themed collection, the Happy Mail collection, and a lighthouse collection. All three of those collections are really turned out really amazing, if I do say so myself. So I'm really excited to release all of those in November. And ideally, too, I want to have the vintage science collection and November's recolor collection shipped out to my patrons as well, so I can list all 5 of those for my Black Friday sale. I also really want to create some new functional listings for Black Friday. But again, it's really just going to all come down to like how much time I have before Black Friday and after having caught up on all my orders. So we will see. We will see what ends up happening. Okay, I'm doing my free space. Yes, so November's new sticker collection is gonna be a recolor slash redesign. I do these every so often where I take an older collection I've already designed and I revamp it into a new version, usually changing the colors of it, sometimes kind of redesigning everything entirely. But I am gonna be doing that for my November collection for November's Patreon rewards. So we're going to have a poll go up on Patreon very soon for you guys to decide on what theme I'm going to recolor. And then that is going to be November's collection. Good night, Holly. Have a wonderful sleep. I hope that it helps with your pain today. All right. So for my self-care bingo, I'm going to come up with all my different items using different categories. So let's do a category for body to start with. Drink water is always a good one. I'll take a sip of water right now while I'm reminding myself. I really am trying to get back into the pool and do swimming as a workout. So I'm going to go for a swim. Let's do stretch. Makes me feel like I need to stretch right now. See you later, Jess. Have a good book club. If you guys are done by and I'm still going, I hope to see you join back in. I imagine that Monica is going to be there with you during the book club. But I hope you have a wonderful time. Thanks so much for joining in, and I'm glad we could keep things chill for you while you're dealing with scary noises banging against your house. Shalon said, don't forget to include my favorite self-care activity. What is your favorite self-care activity? Hey, Journal Jot and Jive. Oh man, so excited to see you here. I can't have you popped up in the live stream yet? I can't remember seeing you during any live streams recently, but I'm so excited to see you here. Steph said, my significant other got me a home foot soaker for pedicures for my birthday, and that's one of my favorite things to do. Sit down, feet soaking, reading, or watching something. You know, I actually have one of those, and that would be a great thing to put on here. It feels kind of weird to write down like a foot soak, but I'm always forgetting to use that thing. It's actually my housemate's, but I've been wanting to use it as well. Thank you so much, Noor. So happy you're liking this setup. Mail a thinking of you card to a family or friend. I love that. I'll put that in my other categories. But for body, we got drink water, go for a swim, stretch. Let's do a good foot soak. And what is another one for body? Painting nails. I think that's going to more be for my ego ego category, which I'll do right here. I really should paint my nails. I have unfortunately been biting my nails again the last couple months. It's a stress thing for me, but I think I've managed to maybe stop now. Looks like there's only one nail that's really bitten down. When I bite my nails though, I also bite the skin around them, which really hurts. So that's been my main motivation to cut it out with the nail biting again, because then I start biting this, picking off the skin around my nails, literally like I'm doing right now. So painting my nails would be great. Go for a walk. That's a great one, Ruby. Okay, so ego. And I can't remember who suggested this category method for the self-care bingo, but I love it. I found it makes it really easy, or a lot easier, to come up with all of these different self-care items when you kind of think of it in terms of categories. So paint nails, photo shoot, get dressed up. Um, let's see. Trying to think of some other ones. Ooh, something hair related. It's a good idea. I've been like playing around with new hairstyles, so maybe I can do or actually let me do wash my hair. I don't um I don't wash my hair super often. My hair is really thick and really long. So washing my hair is like a whole thing. So it's a lot. But so I've been trying to wash my hair like every week and a half or 2 weeks. So washing my hair is always a good one to put on there because I'm always dreading that. Um, okay, let's do some that are like relationship based. So I like the idea of date night. Send a letter to a friend. Let's do be social. I still need one more for ego as well. Let's see here. Reading all of your guys' suggestions. Let's do face mask here. Okay, so this is like interpersonal relationships. I'm going to do one for like the soul. So I'm going to do dance party, movie night, video games, spa day at home, jam sesh, Let's do one for like a FaceTiming a friend or family member. I'm really bad about keeping up with my friends or my family that doesn't live near me. I think it's just like an anxiety I have around like phone calls and FaceTiming. But so doing a little FaceTime in here, I think will be good for me. Go out and get some food or dessert. Oh, yes, food related ones. I love food ones. Get a coffee, make a new meal. Go out for dinner. Bake. I love that. I really have been wanting to bake just with the new season approaching. It makes me want to make a delicious cobbler. So that's a great idea. All right, we just need one more. Get a coffee, make a new recipe. Let's just do one called Tasty Treat. Open for interpretation. All right, there we go. So that is that. We got my self-care bingo, my monthly or November media page. Again, my monthly log here and my cover spread. I love the scrapbook paper situation we got going on here. Good morning, Beck. Welcome. Look what we're using today. Beck, aka Sassy Pigeon HQ, who just entered the chat, is whose shop this journal is from. Let me send the link again. I sent it earlier, but just for anybody wanting to check it out, Beck still has journals in stock in her shop, as well as sticker sheets, some gorgeous sticker sheets. So be sure to go check out her shop, support a small business. And I'm loving the journal, Beck. It really feels amazing. Great quality. Everything is working so well in it so far. So here we have my cover spread, my monthly log, my November media and self-care bingo page. So let's turn the page. And I think for this, I'm going to be doing my live stream schedule as well as my like a brain dump page. But on my $1 Patreon tier, I have all of the monthly calendar printables that I post each month. So I'm going to go to my monthly calendar printable on Patreon that matches this theme. I designed this theme back in December of last year, believe it or not. I can't believe it's been almost a year since I've created this theme. Man, time just needs to slow the heck down. Here we go. I love how this calendar turned out as well. Okay, so I want the 5-week Monday. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, there's 6 weeks. Okay, 6-week Monday start calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and print that, and then I'm going to run upstairs to grab that printout, and I'm going to grab that same or that Patreon sticker sheet that I cut earlier for myself. So let's go like this. Scale, custom, 100%. And okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that. So give me just a minute. All right. Got all the goods here. Oh, I left my phone upstairs. Let me go grab that. Okay. Hey, Maya B. Haven't seen you in a stream in forever. So happy to see you here. I always love seeing old familiar, friendly faces in the streams. Okay, so here is the calendar. Again, you can access this calendar under the $1 Patreon tier. If you join the $1 Patreon tier, you'll gain access to hundreds and hundreds of printables like this. And you just pay $1 one time and you can gain access to everything. So I'm going to stick that in right there, easy as pie. And this is the Patreon only sheet that I grabbed that matches this collection. You know, that's the way to do it, Maya B, to really scale it back and start fresh at the beginning. Okay, so let's call this November live streams. Like that. And let's put in my dates. Starts on a, oh, this is only a 5-week month. I was looking at October. Oh, well, already got it in. So we're just going to have a dead week at the bottom. Thanks for asking, Beck. I'm doing good. Just like really busy still, but feeling a lot better being like almost 2 months fully moved in and settled into the new place, working our way through shop orders. But yeah, doing good, feeling good. I know that I see that you said you've been feeling disconnected from the Bujo world with your new full-time job and Etsy and family life. There isn't time for much else. I feel like that makes so much sense, Beck, especially starting a new full-time job. It's a lot to adjust to, and I feel like things like new changes like that take months to really like settle in and for you to rediscover what routine works for you. So I would just give yourself a lot of grace and understanding through that, you know. Everything will still be there waiting for you when you feel like you have the time for it. So, you know, don't beat yourself up about it. You're doing absolutely the best you can, Beck. And we love to see you when we see you. Okay. So I'm going to do a little brain dump over here. And I think I'll use this little squirrely header. Yeah, and your new job is stressful, still in training, and so much to learn. One day it'll be easier and there might be more balance for your life. There definitely will. I'm I'm feeling confident about that, Beck, that the balance will return. Transitions are just really hard, you know? And starting a new job is a huge life transition. Oh man, I totally forgot about this sheet. Wow, I have just been like sleeping on. I totally forgot about this whole sheet here. This is sheet 3 of the monthly kit. Man, these are so cute. I definitely want to go back and add some of these little decorative stickers to my other spreads, like a little axe down at the bottom here. Should definitely do a little maybe like a little beanie down at the bottom here. I have all this adorable decoration. Okay, so maybe I'll use this scarf down here. Like that. And man, so many good stickers in this collection. Okay, so this can be my brain dump. I'm going to look in my little sticker folder here if I have a sheet of my monthly spread headers that has brain dump written on it already, because I would like to just stick that in over the top here. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. Probably use this one right here. Brain dump. And let's see, I probably won't create categories or anything. I think I'll just leave it open. But let me maybe put a little bit of extra decoration down at the bottom here, because why not? Yeah, maybe like a glove and a boot. Something like that. Maybe just a little boot. It's kind of funny down there on its own, but it's a cute boot. Dragons, Happy Mail, and Lighthouses, Beck, should be shipping in the next 2 weeks. I'm currently cutting through all of the stickers for those. Awesome, Ruby. I'm so happy the stream motivated you to do your November spreads. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good for this page. I'm thinking about maybe just drawing in a box. Just one big box. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. And with that, that is it for the monthly spreads that I'm going to be setting up today, keeping it relatively simple. So I've got my cover spread. I've got my November overview. I have my monthly media and my self-care bingo pages. And then I have my live stream schedule and a little brain dump for any extra things throughout the month that don't have a space anywhere else in my journal. And I think with that, I'm ready to, oh, you know what? I just thought instead of this boot here, again, there's like too many good stickers in this collection, and I designed this collection so long ago that I kind of forgot everything that's included. But I think we should use one of these adorable stickers from the Patreon only sheet down here. I'm thinking this moose. Like that. Little cutie moosey. He's a little bit crooked though. Let me see if I can straighten him out a little bit. Yeah, I want to normalize that like getting burnt out on anything is almost inevitably going to happen. So like definitely like if you're feeling burnt out with bullet journaling or feeling like you need to switch it up, thinking you need to take a break from it, all of that is completely okay. Like I love that Marlene said you decided to try digital bullet journaling and that's been working really well for you. Earlier, somebody was saying how instead of a bullet journal, it's more like a life journal. It's always okay to tweak your system or to just try something completely new and different or to just take a little break. Um, I feel like that's so normal for anything in our lives. Like there's not really that many things that we're like gonna do forever and ever and never gonna stop and never gonna get burnt out or need a break from it. And when it comes to bullet journaling, it's no different. I just really like to normalize that so there isn't any sort of guilt around that. It's totally okay. And a lot of the times, like a little break can really rejuvenate you, or even just trying to set things up completely differently, trying a different size journal, um, trying a different format like digital journaling, all sorts of ways that we can try to spark things back up again. Ale said, speaking of which, will the Patreon only sheets be available for purchase? Yes, I am still planning on releasing my Patreon only shop that will have the past Patreon sheets. And all of the Patreon sheets are available as digital downloads on Patreon as well. So if you join the $30 tier, you'll gain access to all of the past digital Patreon only sheets. But maybe that's something I can try to have done in time for Black Friday, getting my Patreon only store set up and launched for you guys. Hope I hear it's lunchtime for a kitty. Okay, so I am now going to go ahead and oh, amazing, Bobby. I'm so happy to hear that you found your USB with all your stickers. Thank goodness. Okay, so no need to email you that September Patreon sheet. All right, perfect, Bobby. So happy to hear that. I still have your message marked as unread so that I wouldn't forget to send that to you. So I'll go ahead and just open up that message and read it so that I know that it's all set and good to go. Ooh, I'm seeing a bunch of Instagram story tags from people watching the stream right now. Let me go ahead and repost those really quick. We got Beck. I always love seeing your guys' live stream views on your Instagram story, and I'll always reshare them when I get tagged in them. So always feel free to send those my way. Love it. We got Lauren with her puppy. We got Monica. Loading, loading. Also, Monica with your puppy. Love it. Okay, so now I'm going to set up a weekly spread. This is going to be for next week. I'm going to start it on Monday, the 31st, which is Halloween, and go through the 6th. And earlier I had a request to do a Dutch door spread. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. And what do I want to do for this Dutch door is the question. You know, I feel like doing a horizontal Dutch door would be pretty cool. So I'm just gonna wing it, and I'm just gonna go right into cutting. And I am gonna cut off the top of this spread. I have my X-Acto knife here. I do have one here. Do I have the blades? Let me get my X-Acto knife blade. Wonder where Jake put those. Okay, I guess I'll just use my scissors. When I'm cutting along the seam, I usually like to use an X-Acto blade because it gets against the seam a lot closer. But I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors. Cut this off here. Just like that. All right, so there is the base for my Dutch door spread. Like that. And now what? I really like these long pieces of wood here. I also still have these cool trees. Just looking through all of my sticker sheets to see what I'm wanting to use. Definitely want to use these date dots. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is that I want to do my daily sections down at the bottom here. So I can have it be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe actually I'll have Monday start here. Okay, so let me see what headers I want to use for these. Maybe these ones paired along with this. I like that. But I think what might be cool is to use my scrapbook paper and maybe have my header on top of the scrapbook paper. Yes, I like this plan. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna give this a little rip. How's that gonna go? Actually, maybe I want it to be a little thicker. Just a little thinner, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and rip this all the way across. Like this. And now I'm going to do the same thing for my brown paper. And just want it to be the same width as this one. So what I'm going to do is lay this here, and then I'm going to draw in a light pencil line here. All right, like that. Now let's do the same thing here. Rip, rip, rip. Like that. And, all right, that looks good. Let me make it a little, just ever so slightly narrower. All right, so we are going to do Monday here. Oh, let me double check that I'm going to have enough double-sided tape for this. Oh, I don't think I will. Don't think so. And if that's the case, I really cannot use. Oh, is there more tape over here? Oh, yes. Okay. Never mind. I found a whole new thing of double-sided tape. So we are good. All right, let's see about this. That. All right, like that. Stick that in right here. And then I'm going to alternate between my two different types of scrapbook paper. All right, and just keep doing that. Right, like this. Cut it on this edge. All right, looks good. Marisa, my favorite method is definitely the glue tape roller as well. That is what I was using, but I ran out towards the beginning of this stream. But that is definitely my preferred method. And, you know, beyond that, I feel like it's like just tied in second place for every other way you can stick things in. I've used glue sticks before, and that's worked out fine. This double-sided tape functionally works like just as well as the tape roller because it's kind of the same thing. It's just a lot more tedious to actually get the tape on there. All right, like that. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Yes, Beck, it was all of the ones that you bought me that just ran out. These guys. That was an amazing, amazing gift to send me because I really do go through those tape rollers like there's no tomorrow. Okay, do I have any more of my brown? No, well, I guess let me just stick this one in then. Over here. See you later, Ruby. Thanks so much for joining on in. I hope you have a good day at work. Does anyone have experience using a Calendex for future planning? Not personally, but I have seen lots of people who seem to really enjoy the Calendex. All right. Now we just need a little bit more of our brown paper. So let's go ahead and do that. Rip, rip, rip. Like that. This a little snip right here. Get off of me. Like that. All right, one here. Like this. Oops. Peel that back up and stick it in on this side instead. All right, I'm getting somewhere here. So we got that. We got it on this side. I think I will probably do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, if I want it to be an 8th section or just be decorative. But I might as well put the same thing over here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, just going to mark with my pencil, kind of roughly the size of this. And then rippy, rippy. That. Cut it here. Three hours and 12 minutes. I'm making good time on this stream. Probably be 4 hours total versus 5 hours, like some of my monthly streams end up taking. I think it's usually when I use watercolor, those setups take a little longer because just from the nature of watercolor, it just takes a little longer. All right. There we go. All right, so now, let me put a little extra piece of tape back here. All right, so now I'm going to stick in my numbers and my weekly headers. And I'm going to use these ones here. So I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. And now I'm going to use these little wood slice numbers. So Monday is the 31st. Tuesday is the 1st. Wednesday the 2nd. Thursday the 3rd. Friday the 4th. Saturday the 5th. And Sunday the 6th. All right. That looks nice. Allison's back and you're on your way to work. Here is I'm not sure what you missed, Allison. But here are the spreads I've set up so far. Now I'm working on a weekly spread. Okay, so that looks good. Let's draw some lines in here. Like that. Actually, maybe I'll bring those lines all the way to the bottom. There we go. All right, so we got some daily sections. Good start. Now, what do we want up here? Okay, I feel like this would be a good spot for tasks, just like general weekly tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this freebie sheet, and there's this to-do list header on the freebie sheet. So I'm just going to stick that in right there. To-do list, boom. A little less crooked. Okay. Now let's do a header up here at the top. And what do I want to do for this header? Okay, first of all, I feel like I really want to find a place for this little moose. And he might be cool actually like maybe peeking out over the top of one of these. The only thing is that his nose would be covered up then. I mean, I feel like that is just so cute. I'll make that work. Little moose poking out. And then I think what I'll do is I'm going to grab the bottom of this other moose head. And I'm going to grab just the bottom of his nose and stick it right here. So that way he's not cut off no matter which spread or which side of the Dutch door you're on. Like that. So there's our moose, and then he still pops up right there. So cute. Oh man, I love him. I love him. Okay. Ooh, you know what's the other thing I could do? Oh, okay, I have to do this. Instead of these lines, I should use these tree trunks. I mean, this would just be too good. Right? Like that. All right, that's pretty great. Like that. Same thing over here. Oops. All right, like that. That is quite a look. Except maybe I'll use these ones with the green needles. I'll use those together on the same side, and then I'll use the empty ones together on the other side. Like that. All right. I'm like, can we put the beanie on the moose? It's a little big for him, but maybe I can cut out like a smaller beanie out of this one. Because I mean, a moose with a beanie on, come on. That'd be too cute. Let's see if I can cut a smaller moose size beanie out of this. Okay, this is going to be adorable. That, and then I think I want to cut out like little indents for the ears. Moose beanie. It's so stinking cute. Cut out a couple little ear holes. Okay, I think our moose beanie is set. Wow, look at his little beanie. Aw. He looks so cute. Man, okay, that's adorable. Moose beanie definitely wins the day. Okay, got our moose beanie. Now I got to figure out the rest of this spread. So I've been playing around with habit trackers on my weekly spread. I'm still not entirely in like the habit tracker frame of mind, but I think it's still worth a try here. So I am going to probably put that right up here. So we got, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something like this. And something like this. And then that will be my habit tracker. Let's go ahead and draw that in. Thank you for the drink reminders, Cherie. Like that. Just use my brush pen. Habit tracker. All right, and then I'll probably have a bill and live stream schedule here, and then a header type dealio over here. So I think what would be really cool here is to maybe do something similar to Beck's sticker hack, which is taking an empty sheet of sticker paper backing and drawing out a little rectangle. So I think I want mine to be like this. Probably like this. I love this trick, Beck. I'm sure you can tell I use it a lot ever since you made that video on Instagram showing how to do this. I just love it. Okay, so 6 centimeters wide by 8.5 centimeters tall. Okay, so draw a little box on there as my guideline. Now, I am going to use my trees again. Let's see, I think I already used all those forest trees. Yes, so let's use, or do I have another sheet of forest trees in here? Aha. Okay, so I'm going to do some more trees. So I'm going to grab this. Let's do 2 layers of trees. Why not? I'm going to go like this. Lay that on there. Let's do another layer of trees as well. Like this. And I'm going to have that get cut off at the bottom. Like that. I'm going to have my header be at the top of this. And then I think that should be good. I think I only want to do it to my trees. So now I'm going to cut out that rectangle that I drew in there. And I can still see my line from the back here. Let me cut this whole side off. Like that. And like that. So now I have these trees that are perfectly sized to this rectangle here that I wanted it to fill. Like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. That looks great with the trees like that. So let's see, do I want to do any sort of outline around this box or just leave it as is? Let me see when I erase this. Okay, that's beautiful. I'm going to do one of these circular stickers on top of it. And let's see, which one should I do? I feel like I should do this one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going to do one of my animals. No, I do think I like this. Like that. No, something about that is not working for me. I think it just looks too random on top of the trees, and I really like how those trees turned out, so I don't think it's worth covering them up. So let's instead do a butterfly. And now let's do a header at the top here. This is October 31st through November something. Through November 6th. So let's draw right out that little header here. Maybe I'll use this brown background color for that. And I can use that same brown over here as well. Tie it together. Okay. October 31st through November 6th. Okay, Bobby, that's no worries at all. I can still send you that sheet. If you want to go ahead, Bobby, if you can just email me at kayla@planningwithkay.com and let me know that sheet, I can send that over to you. But just shoot me an email. It's easier for me to keep track of compared to Instagram DMs. Okay, we got that. So now, like I said, I want to do a bill tracker and a live stream schedule. And then we should be good to go. I think I'm just going to set up this 1 week in advance. I'm not going to set up any others in advance. And instead, I'm going to set them up as the month goes on so I can cater them a little better to specifically what I'm needing. So let's see here. Perfect. So I'll probably do a box that extends all the way over like this. And then what's going to work for these headers? Probably just do them by hand. And then this will be my bill schedule, and this will be my live stream schedule. And then what I'm going to also do is I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to lay in these logs all the way along the top. like that. Just cut this along the seam here. Right, let me use my brush pen, put in these days. Oh, dang it. Okay, I messed that up. I did not give myself enough space. I need one more day in here, like this. So what am I going to do about these to fix this little... Oh, actually, I forgot that I have whiteout tape again, right here. I've been so used to not having my whiteout tape that I forgot that I bought some. Makes covering up mistakes so much easier. Had to get creative the last few months. Okay, there we go. Let's try this again. Like that. Draw in my boxes. Oh, the email is Kayla@PlanningWithKay, Bobby. All right, like that. And this is going to be... Let's see if I can do my brown stripes here again. Live streams. And bills. Alrighty. And let's go ahead and sprinkle in a few extra little bits of decoration. Like what? Like maybe some stumps coming out from here. And then maybe over here we can do bird and a squirrel. Actually, no, I'll do a red bird. Okay. So there is a Dutch door spread right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in what I already know is coming up for this coming week. Just while I'm here. This is Halloween. I think we're going to have trick-or-treaters come by. I want to make sure to answer emails on Monday. I don't have my live stream schedule for next month yet, so I will be posting that at the start of the month on Patreon. And let's see, for my habits, water really needs to be a habit. Emails, a tracker for sending out orders. Let's see. Anything else I want to put on here? It feels like a commitment to add things to your habit tracker where you're like, do I really want to exercise next week? Fangirl of plenty. I love that. Just therapy ham. Oh, social media. Great idea. You know what? Let's put exercise on here just for the hell of it. I have not been exercising at all. So maybe this will encourage me to do a little workout. All right, I'll leave the other two blank for now. What else do I need to get done for this week? I want to cut all of Patreon this week so I can ship it the following week. Your meowing cat. On the 1st, I want to post all of my start of month Patreon content. So coupon codes, theme poll. Oh, and I also need to make sure by the 31st, I get all of the end of month content posted, which is the printables and digital stickers. I should be able to do that tomorrow, but I'll write it down here just in case. And live stream schedule will go here as well. Oh, interesting, Maya B. I'm really curious if that fancy water bottle ends up working for you. Okay, I'm gonna have to do my bill schedule at another time. Do I have anything for these days here? I don't think so. Okay. I think that with that, that is it for this setup. Yeah. I think that feels good to just have 1 week set up ahead of time. It was really convenient to have all my weekly set up ahead of time for October, but I found that by the time I got to those last weeklies, I wasn't really interested in them anymore. Like I felt sort of disconnected from them since I set them up so far ahead. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to set up my weeklies in real time again, have my daily to do list as a part of my weekly spreads. But yeah, I love how this weekly Dutch Door Weekly turned out. Very, very cute. So let's do a quick flip through of this setup before calling it a day. So I have my November cover spread using those 2 scrapbook papers. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. Let's see, now I'm like trying to think if I want to add any extra decoration to this page while I'm here. Like I could add. No, it's always okay if I don't use all the decoration. I still have all my weeklies throughout this month to set up, like reminding myself that I don't need to use everything. We'll leave it like that. So cover spread. I then have my monthly overview, my November monthly log in a list style number strip down the page. And then I have it split into events, tasks, bills, and Jake and my housemates' work and class schedules. Oh, Cherie suggested that I could put the shoes down here. No, just kind of looks forced in there. Doesn't look like it really belongs. We'll find a good place for you, Boots. Okay, my monthly log. Then we have my November media page for movies, shows, books, and music, along with my self-care bingo. I love how this spread ended up turning out. Paula said, I haven't been on a live stream for ages. This is awesome. So happy to have you here. It seems like there's a lot of people today that haven't been able to join streams in a while that were able to join this one. It makes me so happy to hear. We got my live stream and my brain dump, which is just like a generic notes section for the month. And this is where I'll write in my live stream schedule for the month. I live stream 7 times a month on Patreon, by the way. So if you guys liked this live stream and you want to have those regularly throughout the month, you can gain access to all 7 Patreon live streams at the $10 tier. The $5 tier has 4 live streams, and the $3 tier has 2 live streams. All right, and then we have my first weekly. And that is my whole November setup for today. I really love how this turned out. It was really fun using this Forest Friends sticker theme for this collection. All of the stickers I used are available in my sticker shop. They're available in digital download form as well, so you don't have to wait for me to catch up on my order queue. But if you don't mind waiting, you're always welcome to place a physical sticker order. It just is going to take me a little while to catch up on orders. So if you do place an order, it'll take a little while for it to ship. So just keep that in mind so you're not ordering anything that's time sensitive. Yeah, this is a printable from my $1 Patreon tier where I have blank calendar printables for each theme. I also use that $30 Patreon only sheet. Just love how this turned out. Couldn't be happier with it. So that is going to be it for today, guys. Don't forget that if you want to receive that newest sticker collection I just finished, which is this vintage science collection, that you can join my Patreon anytime before the end of October to qualify for these sticker rewards. This is the entire collection that I just finished this month. Absolutely love how this turned out. And what else? Don't forget to give this video a like, give the stream a like if you liked it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. And I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Have a great end to the month of October. And I'll see you guys in November. Bye, everybody.